Okay, hello. I'm going to be talking about a situation that continues to happen in the world, and that's the Karens of the world. Now, Karen has first originated from Black Twitter. I'm just going to talk about it because everyone has seen, if I don't know about everyone, but majority of people have seen a video of a Karen, and yeah, like you've seen the videos. So I want to address some things. I'm also going to talk about the Amy Cooper situation that happened at Central Park because I want to talk about that. But first, I'm just going to talk about the types of Karens because there's different types of Karens. There's the ones right here, and then there's the worst ones. All of them are annoying, but some of them are more annoying. This is what I'm gonna first say because I just need to get this out of the way because Um, first, I want to talk about the people who are not Karens. Now, this is the thing. Just because someone that's older and maybe a white lady is angry about a situation and is like talking to a manager and is yelling or whatever, that doesn't mean she's a Karen. Now, let me explain. I can understand if it's a situation where a lady, but let's just say it's very polite, minding their business. They go to, let's say, a restaurant, and minding your business. You do whatever you want to do. You order your food, and then the person that you're trying to get the stuff from is being rude and is not, it's being rude basically. And you're being very polite to this person, and all you want is your food. So you buy the food. You're having a great time. You're not doing anything. There's no issue. But the person that you're talking to is being rude. You're trying to be polite, whatever. You get your food, you sit down, and you realize that there's something missing or they messed up the order. So you go to the place where you're supposed to go to ask. You ask them, I'm missing some ketchup. Can I just get some ketchup? Or I'm missing a whole burger. Just whatever. You ask politely, and they have an attitude. And you had no attitude towards them. You're trying to have your day, and they're having an attitude. And this is the employers. And then it kind of escalates because now you're getting upset because you paid for something and someone is having an attitude with you, and you're just trying to eat and pay for what you paid for. That's not a Karen. If anybody would get upset if you paid for something and someone that works there is not giving you what you ordered or not giving what giving you the respect. There should be respect on both ends. So seeing a video of someone getting angry about a situation and they were being polite the whole time, there was no issue, but then the person that works there is being rude, you can't call them a Karen because they're not a Karen. Because there's videos out there where people are doing their job, or there are white ladies or whatever, and they're they have reasons why they are upset. There are some reasonable people out there, but just because they're yelling because they're angry, I can understand anyone would be angry in that situation. If you're not doing anything, you're just trying to mind your business, and there's an attitude, or you're paying for something and you're not getting what you paid for. And also, so I saw this video of this lady. She was a black lady. She wasn't a white lady, but she was a black lady. And she was angry because people there, she paid for something, for a pizza, and they didn't want to refund her money, and she, she was asking and everything, and then she got angry, and she, in the video she was yelling. I don't know if before she was being, polite and trying to be whatever. I don't know if she had an attitude before then, but if she wasn't, then, and she was just trying to ask for a refund to get her money back, that's not a Karen. People can get angry. You don't call someone a Karen because they're angry about a situation that's happening, Now, other situations, I understand why people call people, women and some men Karens, because they're out of line or whatever. But when it comes to situations like this, and especially if you paid for something, and let's say you don't have the money to do all this other stuff, and you just want your money back, and then people get mad at you because you're trying to get a refund for something. Like, not everyone can just pay for something, and if something goes wrong, they can just go somewhere else and pay for something else. Like, people have to budget their money in a certain way, and I don't know, that annoys me. Just be sure to try to get at least a lot of the information before you call someone a Karen, because not every person or white lady who is yelling at someone for something is a Karen, but majority of the videos have Karen energy. But there needs to be more contacts to these videos. But most of these videos, I'm not gonna say some of the videos, but most of the videos, all you need. The second one. Now we're gonna talk about the coward Karens. So these are the ladies, the older ladies. They're more of like the quiet type. They see something that they don't like that has probably nothing to do with them, or, it's not their business, and they don't like it. They don't like seeing what that person is doing. Even though the person's not doing anything to them, they're just minding their business, So that Karen will probably like say something under her breath, or might say something to the person. But then when the person that they're talking to, or like being disrespectful to, talks to them or like defends themselves, that Karen is quiet. Like they get all defensive, or just quiet. This is the thing. If a situation has nothing to do with you, in some instances, I understand why people would chime in and be like, okay, what's going on here? Try to help someone. But if there's a clear situation where it's none of your business and there's nothing going wrong, but you see something, then no, stop. Like, I saw this video. I haven't seen a lot of videos, but I saw this video of this lady coming up to another lady. She was on her phone. She was, watching a YouTube video, and this older lady came up to the lady and said, she called her name, and then walked away. And then the lady confronted her, and then, the older white lady was just like she was trying to be like, but she was more, she was quiet, because there's nothing you can say. You can't, try to defend what you're saying, because what you're saying makes no sense. Mind your business. No one was talking to you. The coward Karens are the ones that just think that they're, with any Karen, honestly, they think their opinion matters in some instances, which it doesn't, It's like, leave me alone. I'm trying to live my life. Then we have the bold Karens. Now, these are the older ladies who go up to people and, let's say, I've seen so many videos of, cars where they feel like they're entitled to have anything. I saw this lady sit on this car because she wanted a parking spot. And she blocked 2 other people from getting that spot because she felt entitled, even though if you lose, you lose. And they were about to get the parking spot, but she got out of her car and she sat on the people's car. And they were telling her to get off. And she was yelling at them like they did something wrong, that they were the problem and all this stuff. And it's crazy to me because these Karens, they're bold. They don't care. They say whatever comes out their mouth, you know? And it's just like, first, why do you feel so entitled? Now, this is the situation where if someone's at a fast food restaurant and these Karens will go on a line that they know that they're going to be angry about because they don't like waiting. They're, what's the word? They can't wait for stuff. They're just impatient. And, you know, so they go in there and they're angry, standing in the line. And they're like, you know, I don't want to be in this line. So they go to the front, they order whatever, and they have an attitude. And the person in the front probably had a bad day, you know, because this is the thing, that these employers, the people that work anywhere, they have to deal with multiple people, like a bunch of people every day. They probably had a bad day or a good day, but they're trying to do their job. So this older lady goes up and is just like, you know, I want this. And let's say the employer said they ran out. They're at a Burger King and they ran out of something. Okay? This lady is going to have like a whole fit and be like, ah, blah, 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 blah. Why isn't this here? Blah, 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 blah. I wanted this. Why isn't it here? And then she's putting out her anger, even though she decided to go in that line, on the employer who's just trying to do their job. So yeah, the bold Karens are absolutely annoying because there's no way you can just like talk to them and be like, okay, come on. Because once they're heated, they're heated. There's no, you know, come on, please. Like, just, we're trying, we can work with you. Like, once they're angry, it's over. Like, just if they, there's been many of times where like, okay, I want ice cream from McDonald's. They ran out. I might be sad or a little like, oh, like I really wanted a McFlurry, but I'm not gonna like scream at the people in the front because they ran out. You're mad because the restaurant, and like, if they don't have the food that you want, why don't you just go to another store, like a restaurant or store or whatever? There are so many places you can go. If you don't want to wait in a line, why wait in a line and then get upset when something that is not there is not there anymore? Or wait in a line when you know that you're going to be irritated. Go somewhere else. And then we have the rare breed, the men Karens. Now, I've seen these, and the men Karens, they're something else. Because they're like the Karens, you know, but they're men. But it's just, they're really something else because I saw this one video, these are all just videos of me watching, of this man coming up to these ladies, and he was just screaming to them about nothing. Like, I was trying to understand why he was screaming at them, and there was no context, and maybe, you know, they did do something. I don't know, you know, but he just said, are you like trying to do things with like a military dudes? Are you out here in Chipotle trying to be, you know, scandalous? I'm gonna say scandalous in front of a Chipotle. And they were like, what? Like, what are you talking about? And like another man came out and he was like, what is going on? Like, he's trying to stop the situation. And this man is just like screaming at these ladies for nothing, you know, that I know of. If they did do something, then that's a completely different story. But it seems like they were doing nothing and he's just attacking them and like trying to make them seem like they're doing something illegal when they're just doing their jobs. And like, I've seen this other video of like, it's just men like getting upset and angry, in which if there's reasons, like, this is the thing, if there's a reason behind it, a reasonable reason, then I understand. But if you're just attacking people out of nowhere, especially if you're like a man attacking like women like who are minding their business, something's wrong with you. Men Karens, you know, I think they're called Chads, but Chad feels like a frat boy, you know, because Karen feels like older. Like, we need an older name, like Gerald. But Gerald seems like, I don't know, just like an old name. Bob. No, I like Bob. I don't know. But there needs to be equivalent to Karen, because a Chad, it feels like a guy in his maybe early 30s, late 20s, maybe. I don't know. Now, the crazy Karens. These are the women slash maybe some men who have completely lost their mind. They just bother you for no reason. There's no reason why they're coming up to you and being so crazy. So they think that just because they think whatever situation is going on, that they're right, that whatever they're saying makes sense. Like, a crazy Karen will say anything just to feel like she's better or that she's making a point, when most of the time she's not. There's no points are being made. She's making no sense. Sometimes it looks like they're on something. Like, it's really scary, like when you really look at them, because you're like, is there something wrong? You don't know, you can't talk to a crazy Karen. There's no like rationalizing with them. Did I say that right? I don't know. But there's no way that you can talk to them and they're just like, oh, you're right. They will continue to say the same things, or call you a liar, or call you names. Once they feel attacked, their main thing is to insult you. Any word that comes, everything, they just insult you. And you're just like, what? Like, we could have just had a conversation. You know, you didn't have to do this. But then they just make everything great. And you can't rationalize with them. Like, you just can't. So, yeah, crazy Karens are on a different level. And they just, yeah, there's nothing you can do. All you can do is just try to get out of the situation and walk away. They'll continue going until someone stops it. They don't have anything to lose. I honestly think that all these Karens basically have no lives, because bothering people in any capacity when there's nothing urgent or there's not a reason, it's just really not productive at all. Now we have something. If the virus didn't happen, we wouldn't have this subject. But we're going to talk about the Karens. These are the ones that are crazy. They're a mixture. They're either crazy, they're bold, whatever they are. But just because of the virus, it has risen even more. Because now they feel like everything that they wanted to do has been taken away, even though we're in a pandemic and everyone needs to be safe. They don't care. They want what they want. And if they don't get what they want, they're going to be angry. Because I've seen this video about this lady being mad because of a mask, and she's saying she can't breathe. And I'm like, okay, it's okay to put it down a little if it's blocking your nose a little, but she's complaining and she's crying and she's like, they're taking our right to I don't know, and she's just crying in her car. And I'm like, it's not that serious. I mean, it is serious. This whole thing is serious, but these older women just don't understand that we're going through a pandemic. This isn't like a big joke and everyone's just wearing masks for a fashion trend, and people are forcing you to wear a mask because of that. You could get sick. You could be what's it called? Asymptomatic. Don't know how to say it. Don't know how to pronounce it, but you know what I mean. Asymptomatic. Okay. You could be a carrier and not know it and bring it to other people, but because you're selfish and you feel like you're entitled to all this stuff, you're mad. It's just, it bewilders me. That's a big word right there. It also frustrates me because, look, if you can't breathe, I understand, just put a little down right there, if you want to risk it, put your mask back on the cover and be done with it. Don't go in your car and cry on camera because you feel like things are unfair for you. Really. And then the lady who was, I think she was at a Walmart, and Walmart That's different. There's some different breeds at Walmart, but the lady that got upset at a Walmart worker and she coughed on a worker and then spit at him. And this is during the virus thing. But it was just like, why would you do that? Why would you spit at someone? Like, it and fake cough at someone? Let me talk about that for a second. This is just anybody in general. It is not funny, especially now. It is not funny to fake cough at someone or fake spit at someone during this time. Because honestly, if anyone did that to me, if this is the thing, you have to realize that if you do that to someone, prepare to get hit in the face. Because people do not play with their health, and you're playing with their health. People don't want to die. Do you see this? The statistics about what's happening, like how many people are dying, and you're making a joke out of it, or just like trying to threaten someone by coughing at them or spitting at them, and then you're like, and she was like, the mucus is like, she was saying something like made no sense. She was trying to justify the fact that she spit at one of the employees, and I think he called the police or something, but she was just like, the mucus and like, and I was like, what are you talking about? You're making no sense. And these women try to justify their actions when there's nothing to justify. And the last Karens. Now these are the racist Karens. The ones that call the police on, I've seen some on African Americans. I've seen some on, Hispanic people, some on Asian. It doesn't matter. If you're not white, they're going to call the cops on you for doing nothing. You're minding your business. They feel threatened because you walk the same where they were at. They feel threatened because you were trying to be nice to them, or like tell them, please don't do this. You're not supposed to do this. They feel threatened. Or you're in your car. I saw a video of these Hispanic people in their car minding their business, and this white older lady I don't know if she was in her car or whatever, but she went to their car, sat on their car, and like blocked their car and was like, I'm going to call the cops because I think you have drugs on you. She had no evidence of this happening. She just assumed, and she called the police, maybe, I don't know, but she was threatening to call the police. And they were just like, I'm trying to mind my business, and like I'm trying to do whatever. And these people keep trying. This older lady is trying to accuse me of something. They feel entitled, and they're just racist. Like it doesn't. It matters who you are. If you're a white person, they don't care. But if you're a minority person, they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I'm so scared. Because this black man walked in the same distance as me, or like they'll just like walk the other way because they feel threatened, even though we're minding our business, not talking to you, we don't care about you. But they're just so like scared. But because of this, I want to talk about a situation that happened. I think this was a week ago. So Amy Copper, this lady was in Central Park, and she had her dog off a leash. And in Central Park, you're supposed to have your dogs on a leash. Let me explain that. Now, it's a man called Christian Copper. They're not related. Amy Copper is a white lady. Christian Copper is a black man. Christian Copper, if that's how you say his name, I don't know, because I don't want to. But Christian Copper is a bird watcher. Like, he watches the birds. And he sees Amy Copper with her dog not on a leash. So he politely goes up to her and says, can you please put your dog on a leash? Amy Copper gets mad that this black man came up to her and asked her to put her dog on a leash, which she is supposed to, because in Central Park, that's the rules. But, they don't like to follow the rules. She gets mad. So I'm so happy. First, I want to say I'm so happy that Christian Copper recorded this incident, because it could have been, I don't know, it could have been worse. But he recorded the incident, and the video shows her like getting all mad and stuff. He's just like, I'm not doing anything. He's super calm. He's staying a distance. The way she's holding the dog too, she's like hurting the dog. The way she's holding her dog is horrible. And she gets so mad to a point, and like he's just being calm the whole time. She gets so mad to a point that she calls the cops. And when she calls the cops, first she's like, can you please get me, a black man is attacking me. And she says a black man, like she says that like multiple times, just to, you know, because she knows. I'm sorry, but she knows, she knew, and she knows that when she said black man, that the cops were going to come even quicker if this, you know, was a different situation, you know? So she says that, and then she gets even, like, she's getting, like, I guess, hysterical, and she's like, this black man is going, he's attacking, like, she's saying all this stuff, like, and the video shows him, like, feet away from her, not even close to her at all, and she just, something snaps, and she just gets so hysterical, and just like, he's trying to get me, blah, 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 blah. So, I don't know how that ends, but that's how it ends. He gets what he needs to get, and he recorded it. He posted, I think him or someone that he knows posted on the internet, and the internet goes crazy because people are seeing this blatant racism come from this lady, and people are angry because this white lady knew what she was doing. There's no way that she was just scared. He did nothing. He was just standing there and just waiting for her to, she was acting crazy on the phone, and he was just standing there. So yeah, and people got mad. So the lady first got suspended from her job, then she got fired, and then she lost her dog. And do I feel bad? No. Because she was trying to hurt that man. And he was just trying to help her out and be like, can you just put your dog on the leash because the birds, and like, you're not supposed to do this. And she got all and then, so after all this, after she loses her dog, which this is what I'm talking about. I was upset, even though I understand because people love dogs. Why were people more upset about the dog than the man that she called the police on? He could have got hurt that day. And I get it. People care about dogs. I cared about the dog. I was, that was horrible what she did to the dog. And I'm happy that, the right people got involved and took the dog away from her, because she doesn't deserve to be, taking care of a living creature, like a dog or anything. But the fact that people cared more about the dog than the black man that was getting accused and could have, got hurt that day is crazy to me. But that just shows people care more about animals than other humans. Anyway, the good thing is the man is safe, the dog is safe, good. But she made a statement. And this is and she was like, her entire life is over. And she was basically doing like the simpy thing, like, this is ruining my life, and she was apologizing and kind of, whatever. And she was saying that she apologizes, but like everyone's ruining her life and everything. And this is the thing that I probably wouldn't have done, but Christian Cooper responded to what Amy said. And he said, I'm reading it off this.
If it's genuine, and if she plans to keep her dog on a leash in the ramble going forward, then we have no issue with each other.
He wants her to mean what she said in that statement, even though she was making a lot of excuses or whatever. And he just wants to move on from the situation. He's like, I will, accept her apology if she means it. For me, though, If you tried to get me like in danger, like it could have been a bad situation. And if that was me, I'd be like, no, I don't want to accept her apology. Nope. But I respect it because, you know, you want to move on from a situation like that. He's safe and that's good. Yeah, that's it on this Karen video. I just want to say, if you have a Karen in your life, I'm sorry. You know, I'm sorry you have to deal with that because it's too much. Just like these, really, mind your business. Don't feel like everything's entitled for you because, I don't know, maybe you think that because you're white, you deserve things, or you just feel like you deserve things because for your entire life you've gotten whatever you want. I don't know. But none of these situations had to happen, especially the last situation. It's like, just do what you need to do and go. So yeah, that's it on this ramble of this century. I know the situation that's going on in the world, and it's really crazy. And I'm going to be talking about the George Floyd's, what happened with George Floyd, and, you know, everything that's going on right here. I have a podcast, and it's going to be come out on this Saturday. Can't remember the date, but I will put it here someday. But I will post that around 12 p.m. So if you want to hear my thoughts on that, then yeah. I wanted to talk about something a little bit lighter, even though, you know, Karen's or something else, but because of this whole situation, I still wanted to talk about something that's, you know, that keeps happening and really needs to stop, but something lighter because of this whole situation. It's a lot of stuff going on and people are angry and sad. And yeah, so I hope that we can all one day just, I don't know, just something positive, and whoever watching this continues to have some type of faith or belief that we as people, as everyone, can just enjoy our lives and not feel like these people are against these people. So I hope you enjoy your day, or at least can, I don't know, not feel as sad as I've been feeling for this couple of days, because it's just been a lot. So I hope this is a little distraction for you. Goodbye, my dudes, and yeah. I'm also wearing this blanket because I'm cold. I'm cold, you know.